quick. On the map. I'm gonna just put on the map interview with Joe Scott. Tap in. With Joe Scott. How does that AC sound? Is it loud?
No, that's not bad.
Okay, cool. On the map interview with Joe Scott. Tap in. All right. 3, 2, 1. We are live.
Honestly, it's so easy to go live, but it is. NRG just makes it so easy.
My button's working on. On TikTok. There's so many people ticking and talking. Why don't you go over there?
So many
Chris
people
Allen,
tick and talk, bro.
what up, though? Crystal has made it in. What you got going, Crystal?
All right, well, we're live somewhere.
Working on K's. Get to the bag, then. Get to the bag, then. I would have asked you to tap the screen for us a little bit, but I know your hand is probably full of dough. But what up, though? Appreciate you sliding through. We got a dope guest today, Joe Scott. You know what? I'm gonna join up on mines too, bro. I'm gonna join up on mines. I don't know if I would had a complete, clear understanding. Why I couldn't join. Let's get a repost. Let's get an add to story. Get some shares out. I'm sure we double sharing, but hey.
Like a motherfucker. I'm just sharing. I might have accidentally shared it with a couple of times.
I'm on the same hype.
All right, who in here? What's up? What's going on? What's happening, y'all?
Yeah.
Rig Stir, what's happening, bruh? I don't know you, but what's up? Welcome in to On the Map. Cameras over here.
You are now tuned in to OTM.
Oh, there you go.
Looks
There
like
you go.
somebody knocking on the door.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey,
What's the word?
Man.
what's
What's the
happening, man?
word? I'm cooling, brother.
What's happening, man?
Fresh off that clock, tired as a bit.
I feel you.
Man,
Huh?
you know
I
how
feel
that
you.
be. You know how that
Appreciate you
be.
making the time.
For sure.
Hell yeah, for sure. I got out that bit ASAP.
Yeah.
Man, definitely appreciate that, man.
For sure.
We definitely been excited about this interview, man, ever since we heard the music, bruh.
Yeah.
Nah, that's love, bro. That's
I was just
love.
bumping Visions too early.
Real shit. Oh yeah, you
Oh,
tapped
yeah.
in. You tapped
Oh,
in.
bruh. Like we don't typically send a message and like we'll see an Instagram clip or something like that and be like, oh, that's cool, but you never know after that. So
Right.
I'm digging in on Spotify, listening to all sorts of stuff before we even send the message out, just to make
For
sure like
sure.
it's not one 30-second clip that caught my eye. You know what I mean?
Chit
So
chat. Hell
I'm
yeah.
in the catalog. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I've
that's
been back
love.
to Trey Day and all of that. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, you person. You
Yeah,
person. All
yeah,
right.
we in there, bro. We in there.
I'm ready.
All right, should we hit the intro and make it happen?
We got a nice little size crowd in here, man. Let's get to it.
All right. Let me find my info. Growing up in Baker, Louisiana, as the youngest of three siblings, our guest today got his start as an athlete. His crazy story took a tragic turn in 2014 when his best friend DeAndre Crazy Trey Claiborne's life was taken.
Hmm.
And though no longer having his friend was undeniably difficult, Joe used Crazy Trey's passing as the jump off point for his music career rather than choosing to go body for body. In a world where his options were G shit with the choppers and the guns or being a stand up nigga, he felt no pressure. Someone who knows what it's like to get it out the mud, today's guest has always been rich in spirit. A thousand missed calls later, and this artist is truly on the map. With a versatile sound that spans generations in hip hop, he's always out to prove he can do it again. The Baker boy himself, Mr. Joe Skeezy, Joe
Oh
Scott in
yeah,
the
you
building. Y'all give
trust.
it up for
It's
him.
100. What's down with y'all? We on the map, man.
What's happening, man? Yeah, see, that wasn't even about us. He had a whole song called On the Map for you, those of y'all that don't
Yeah,
know. So it
real
just kind
talk.
of works out that way, you know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
All right, man. Well, let's get right into it. We're gonna start off with a little bit of background. Tell us about yourself, how you got started in the rap game. We touched about it a little bit in the intro, but
Yeah,
just give us some background on you, man.
Yes,
man.
sir.
To make a long story short, bro, I'm 21 years in the game this year. This August, make 21 years since I picked the pen up, bro. But when Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, Baton Rouge, where Baker about an hour and a half from New Orleans. My uncle had came stay with us for the hurricane, and he brought buku people with him. You heard me? So like one of the dudes just so happened to be outside writing a rap one day. He caught me staring at him. He called me over to help me write a rap, bro. The rest history. You hear me? We just ain't never put it down. I fell in love with it, man, and just been growing ever since, bro.
Dig that.
Respect, respect.
So once you got started, what were some of the places, or who were some of the people you looked at for inspiration or mentorship, or to guide that pen? Like who really got you into it?
Early, bro. Like early, like I say, Hurricane Katrina hit '05. Early it was Ti, bro. It was Ti. Like I'll never forget. Like third grade, it was. I was on Ti heavy because we heard what people was listening to. They had to buy music, so local artists was just really a local thing back then. So I was on Ti heavy. Then once the computer started hitting the households, that's when I really start finding everybody. Uh I got on Boosie late. Everybody swear I'm supposed to know all the Boosie songs. I feel them. But I wasn't no big Boosie fan growing up. So when I hit middle school, them adolescent stages, that's when I really got hip to what my city was on. But like Boosie, Wayne, Gates, no, that was some early inspiration as far as Baton Rouge. But I have to give it to like T.I., bro. He was the first person I like to be like that. You hear me?
Really, that's a good pen to follow too. That
Yeah.
dude got some lyrics on.
What Ti album was the most inspirational to you? What kicked it off for you? Which one?
Bro, I don't even want to lie, bro. I don't remember the album name, but it's the some of the songs on that. Is it what's happening? Might have been like
Ah, yeah,
during that time. That time. I ain't listened
yeah.
to it in a long time, but maybe like one of them Grand Hustles. Maybe the first Grand Hustle for sure.
Hell yeah,
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 And then
Ti.
Chad, don't forget as always, this is an open forum. So you guys have any questions or comments for Joe? Feel free to drop them in the chat.
for
We'll let
sure.
him know what you're talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, being an athlete, man, what was your sports of choice?
Baseball, what I went to college for, but I was a real deal athlete, bro. Like I married my high school sweetheart. You hear me? We've been together since we was 14. Yeah,
Hey,
we've been together since we was 14, dog.
Very nice.
Real talk. So like, uh, I'm grown, I'm old, I'm washed up now. I swear I just called my nephew probably like 2 weeks ago. I do this annual basketball camp for my dog Crazy Trey. We got a non-profit down here.
Oh yeah.
And I was hooping around with him, bro. And that day I came home, man, I was hurting in places I didn't know I could hurt, you hear me? So I told my girl, I say, babe, I'm washed up. But I called my nephew, cause he really, that's who really watched the whole growth. I said, I'm washed up, Neff. But Man, baseball is the go-to. Football, basketball, track. And yeah, bro. Really, all four of them. But baseball, what I did in college. You hear me?
For real. Like, see, actually, we heard a little bit about the basketball camp. We had International Blue Ski on a few weeks ago,
Yeah,
and he was gearing up for that camp, which I think was right around the time I talked to you.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
he told us about that camp a little bit, so that's what's up. We got two former hoopers here too, so we always it's always fun to hear what kind of
Y'all
athletes we got in
pressure.
here.
Yeah, all right.
And then for the audience that don't know, which college did you go to play baseball?
Initially, I signed to Alcorn State University. That's a swag
Oh,
school in
nice.
Mississippi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But last minute, I ended up having to go to Baton Rouge Community College. And after my first full season, I had labrum surgery, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And I that didn't have to be the end of my story, but that was the end of the sports story. You hear me? That's when the rap kind of took full force after that. That was my excuse. You hear me?
I feel you.
Man.
I stopped after injury too. I know exactly how you feel.
You could always work through it, but it's a whole, yeah.
It's a mentality thing, man. And I
Facts.
was my first year of college too, and it's hard when you have a devastating injury like that. It's kind of hard to get your mind right and get that killer
Right,
instinct back. Like
right.
it's hard to
Real
work back
talk.
into, man. I get that completely.
For sure.
So,
Yeah.
so when you took that, when you made that change and made that shift to focusing on music full time, what were some of the things that kind of reassured you and let you know that this is the path you could take? Like, was there anybody in your corner, anybody that found
Man.
you and was like, oh, we got to get this nigga going?
By that time, my freshman year in college was 2015. So that was my freshman baseball season, was the spring of 2015. I dropped my first mixtape. I'm gonna just give you a quick timeline. March 2014, Crazy Trey get killed. I start college August 2014. January 2015, that's when my season started. I dropped my first album mixtape July 2015. At that time, I was on the road with this tournament team. We went to Texas and we went to Cali. But I dropped that mixtape July. Boosted FaceTime me December 2015. So it was just like a quick. If I would have chose that path, that's how quick it could have happened for me, bro. Like I wasn't even rapping a full 6 months, and I had one of my favorite childhood rappers on FaceTime. So yeah, it happened like that. So when that happened, I'm just like, if he see it, come on, man. I just was motivated. 12 years later, we still getting it, bro. For
Yes,
real,
sir.
Right,
for
right.
real.
So
Walk
what's
us
that?
through a little bit. My bad.
Go ahead.
Walk us through a little bit how I felt to have Boosie FaceTime you. I mean, I know you said that's your childhood,
Man, dog. Down
but
here, down here, bro. Boosie calling you is like Jay-Z calling somebody in New York. In that time, at the mind frame I was in as a 18-year-old, I say that.
right,
But man, bro, that FaceTime, bro, it was just he answered that bit. It's 5 in the morning. I'm sleep. You hear me? He called me. He like, I know you ain't still in that bitch sleep, nigga. I'm like, man, what the fuck? You hear me? So, and man, it was the best seed that could be planted into Joe Scott during that time, bro, because it still could have went either way at that time. I wanted to do rap, but I wasn't sold all the way. It was 80-20, but that made it 100. Yeah, it's go time, so
right,
man, I done been on the road with him. I done got flew out. We done did music together. It was just a dream come true. It was a dream come true, bro. And to say it happened so soon, that just showed me how quick stuff could happen for you. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But yeah, it was a nice experience. We still got a good relationship to this day.
That's awesome. That's
Dope.
Yeah.
dope.
That's dope.
Uh, Tell us a little bit about the group you was in right around that time when you first got jumped into it.
So Dummy Boys, that was our first lit middle school, went into high school. I got out, I started my own label called 3ME. That's March Madness Empire. And the three, my birthday in March, Crazy Trey got killed in March. I had my surgery that ended my baseball career in March.
Oh shit.
So, March was just heavy on my heart. So that's how we came up with March Madness Empire. You know what I'm saying? Just March used to have me so angry, bro. But, over time, that anger just turned into positive energy, dog. And three of me, that's I don't want to say gang, but that's my people, that's my family. You hear me? Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
what we got going on.
Yes, sir.
Any of those guys still doing it?
Ah, uh, nope, nope. I'm the last. Me and Fredo. So Fredo Bang, that's somebody I grew up with. That's one of my close friends, bro. But besides me and him, nobody who we grew up with. My last partner who was doing it, Easy Ball, and rest in peace, Easy, bro. He committed
Oh,
suicide January 2023. But that was my last friend besides us two who was still, into the music. Yeah, yeah.
I was just bumping that one with you and Fredo. That's a recent track. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Uh Man, that can't be close to people.
Yeah.
So we was in the studio in Miami, bro, and it's crazy. This night, Lo Shimmy was in the studio, Sexy Red was there, Ride 49 came into our session that night. Uh, but we in the studio, bro, and like I say, this my dog. Like, so I heard the beat. I'm like, ooh, that be raw. You finished it? He was like, nah. He said, you wanna get on that beat? Or you wanna co-write on that beat? I'm like, man, whichever one, bro. So shit. He say put a verse on that beat. I told the engineer bounce it down. I don't really do too much rushing no more. Like I could still punch in on some quick shit when necessary, but I really like to sit with it a little bit. So he bounced it down all night till I fell asleep. I'm just listening to the beat, catching the flows, catching the breakdowns. We went back to the studio the next night and I laid it down. Yeah,
Nice,
Yeah, that shit
nice.
go hard. So
appreciate it, bro.
give us a little background on your music because we had an artist on last week and we asked him just one question about what his music kind of represents, and his was trying to take you out or keep you out of the cell instead of that music tries to put you back in. And I know you share a
Yeah.
similar message with your music. So tell us a little bit about that.
Uh, these days, bro, I just want to inspire people to keep going, bro, and let them know that failure ain't the end of the road, dog. Like, failure just a part of the game. Like, I play baseball. You 3 out of 10 times, you great, bro. All I gotta do is get 3 hits out of 10. So I took that approach in life. I put that approach in my music. Man, just keep going. I just want to motivate everybody. And it's so crazy, bro, cause like I say, I'm 21 years in as far as just rapping. But as far as being a musician or artist, I'm 12 years in non-stop, bro. And to see DMs I be getting, people grandma be dying, they sending me messages like, man, your music got me through this. Just text messages out the blue with screenshots of songs like, this it's crazy to see real people who silently and they lean on your music to help get them through. It just
Hell
hit
yeah.
different. It hit different, bro. For real,
Sure,
for real.
sure.
Yeah.
You talk a little bit about that motivation and kind of inspiring the youth, and you brought up your nephew a little bit ago. I also had on the Book of Joe Scott too earlier today with those skits, kind of talking to your nephew with
Yeah.
that little bit of motivation in there. So you can definitely hear that within the music and the skits in between on
For
what the
sure,
message is
bro.
trying to be.
Yeah, yeah.
We got a question in from the chat from Keep It 1,000 that said, "What's your favorite quote you live by?"
A man who don't work don't eat. Real talk. I swear.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta that's it, bro. That's it. A man who don't work don't eat. And a woman, it could be a woman, just I'm a man though, so a man who don't work don't eat, bro.
That's a fact.
Where'd you get that quote from, or where'd you hear it first?
Uh a lot of places, bro. It came from a lot of places. And I can't even pinpoint it, bro, but you know, if I had to guess, it'll be from my childhood, Pee Wee football. If I had to just try to pinpoint it. But in 2021, I dropped the album called Still Manifesting. That's the one, bro. Like we hit number 7 on the charts with that big. But anyway, we dropped that, bro. And I got a song called Thank God. It kind of talk about my experience from when I quit college, just out the blue. I moved to Atlanta. And in the beginning of that song, I try not to do too much talking in my intros unless it's gonna be something that really hit. And it
Right.
just came, bro. Man who don't work don't eat. But yeah, that's the quote. That's where it come
Fire
from.
quote. That's a fire quote.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, we don't have to. Not gonna shake it up too much, but we talking about a little bit of the music. Joe did send in a couple of songs for y'all to hear. For those of you who haven't really tapped in with him, or just to vibe to if you've heard the songs before. Tell us a little bit about fentanyl, man.
So fentanyl is of course when the fentanyl epidemic around here, you hear me? Just it's
Facts,
crazy,
man.
bro. And I swear, I work on the river, Mississippi River, and I be thinking a lot, dog. Just I want to say that was today or yesterday, bro. I be standing at the water just thinking a lot, bro. Like I thank God fentanyl wasn't out when I was growing up, cause we was so experimental, bro. Like I done took a Xana boy before being a kid. I smoked in seventh grade. Like just thinking about how different the times is now. That fentanyl would have, oh my God.
Right.
But yeah, but fentanyl record, and I flipped it to I enjoy being a storyteller. I used the hook to catch their attention. I told my little stories on my verses.
Very nice, very nice.
Facts.
Well, if you're all right with it, let's get into fentanyl right now.
Let's check it out, man.
I be trying to spread love to everybody, but I be weighing myself out with this shit. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna lie, DJ, that bitches. Nowadays, I got fentanyl on the drugs. Got me scared to get high. Moving around with that fire, but it still don't save you from dying. If you hustle hard and you stay consistent, you gon' see results. It take time. It's a lot of people here.
This the most listened to song by myself too.
People fake, I don't wanna talk. I don't need a ride, nigga. I'll walk. I done been broke, I done been lost. I done been snaked, I done been crossed. I done stood there to fight people better, and I look back and they walked off. I ain't never mentioned all the times I ain't have it, and I still tried to help out. Ooh, at the Bella Baton Rouge 16 in a hallway full of bar juice. I was trying to be like Mr. Kane, shit, he rap about it, so I did it too. Dude down the way, ain't wanna sell him to us, said we was too young and he couldn't do it. Told my brother partner I had 5 bands under my bed for the bond them out. Whole time I thought he knew that I planned. Then my teacher say they want me in the out. Mama telling me somebody broke up in the house, took my bed and went through my closet. And that's when it hit me, man, I know who did it. That's the day I learned that all these nowadays he got fentanyl on the drugs. Got me scared to get high, moving around with that fire, but it still don't save you from dying. If you hustle hard and you stay consistent, you gon' see results. It take time. It's a lot of people help me get to where I'm at, and for them gotta thank God. People fake, I don't wanna talk. I don't need a ride, nigga. I'll walk. I done been broke, I done been lost. I done been snaked, I done been crossed. I done stood there to fight people better, and I look back and they walked off. I ain't never mentioned all the times I ain't have it, and I still tried to help out. I'm like Shador in the pocket. Pressure hit, I just be chillin', and then I let off a rocket. Me and my partners, all of us, we just like brothers. That mean if I got it, they got it. I got your back through the thick and the thin when it's sunny or when it be raining and cloudy. Whatever I got, man, I work for that shit. All of them nights smoking purple and shit. Dodging them bullets while working the whip. That be a feeling you never forget. Especially when you be holding your kids, holding back tears, watching them sleep. Getting full of that weed while I flow through the beat. I'm right where I'm at, where I'm supposed to be. I'm not with letting people close to me. Rest in peace to Lil Easy. Nowadays, I got fentanyl on the drugs. Got me scared to get high. Moving around with that fire, but it still don't save you from dying. If you hustle hard and you stay consistent, you gon' see results. It take time. It's a lot of people help me get to where I'm at, and for them gotta thank God. People fake, I don't wanna talk. I don't need a ride, nigga. I'll walk. I done been broke, I done been lost. I done been snaked, I done been crossed. I done stood there to fight people better, and I look back and they walked off. I ain't never mentioned all the times I ain't have it, and I still tried to help out.
All right, that's fentanyl by Joe Scott. That's from 2023, Straight Day 2. You got to check that out on all streaming platforms. Also, it is on the official On The Map playlist. Y'all can check that out as well.
For sure.
Yes, sir. That go crazy.
Appreciate it, brother.
Crazy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you definitely was dropping some gems on that one, man. I mean, anybody that's been outside like that, they definitely could relate to that, man, because it's definitely a different day. It's a different era. Just it's insane what these kids got to go through and protect themselves from.
Right.
For sure.
Relatability is a really big thing with your music too. You can even hear this is one of his intros where it says, "Whether you're in the streets, for the streets, or safe on the sidewalk." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, for all walks of life, there's something that can resonate with you for sure.
Real talk. That's what I try to do for sure.
Appreciate that, y'all.
100%.
Don't
Yes,
forget to send
sir.
those questions in for Joe, y'all. Even if you're not familiar, there's a good chance to get to know him. Have any questions you may have for any kind of artist. You know what I mean?
For sure. We might be cousins. You hear?
All right.
We got another chat question that just popped in from Keep It 1,000. It says, any advice for any up and coming artists?
Stay consistent and be yourself, bro. That's all you gotta do. If you stay consistent and be yourself, you gonna make some fans, bro. Real talk. Like it's just that simple. Like people complicate it. Stay true to yourself. That's the only advice my daddy gave to me when I dropped out of college. Stay true to yourself and stay consistent, bro. That's all. That's all I did.
Yo, definitely solid advice. Definitely.
That's definitely a good track to stay on for real. No time for the pretending, man. It's harder to pretend than to just be yourself anyway. You
Man,
know what
it's
I'm
man, it's
saying?
yeah, bro. I watch people who I really know pretend, bro, and I know they be woe out, dog.
Gotta be, because you gotta
It
keep it
looks
up.
yeah,
It's an act that you gotta keep up. You know what I'm saying?
I swear, dog.
it
I
No
looks
swear.
matter what.
tiring.
It do, bro. It do. Like I be like, man, like I don't know. Kudos to them. You hear me for putting in the extra effort.
Fact.
Yeah, yeah.
We got another question from the chat here. Said if you could perform anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Mm.
Mm. If I could perform anywhere in the world at any baseball stadium, but I
There
gotta
you
be open enough for somebody that's gonna sell it out, cause I ain't gonna do it. Let me open up. Not yet. I'm gonna say not yet. Let me open up for Jay-Z and J. Cole. But I
Woo.
want them to bring. I want one of them to bring me out on some shit like I need them to get the crowd attention and let them know that they gotta lock in. I could do it myself, but when they do it, it's gonna be content for the rest of my life, posting that every day, and they gonna get everybody to lock in too. And I'm gonna rock out so bad, bro.
Hey,
I'm
you
gonna
ain't
rock
you ain't
out
even gotta
so.
go. You ain't gotta go that far from home for that either. You get a solid crowd at LSU or something like
Come
that down
on,
there with some of
man.
the
I
hometown guys. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
man. I
Unless you
Come
at
swear.
the football stadium too, that shit would go crazy.
Real talk. Oh
on.
man, that'll be too crazy, bro.
Big
Yeah.
Uh,
facts.
Another question from the chat. Once shout out Keep It 1,000 for keeping the question consistent. This one's
100.
from
Shout out, keep
this
it 1,000, man.
bang. This one's from the Vault. How and when did you meet Fredo Bang?
Oh, I think we met at Park Ridge Elementary School. If you ever come to Baker, it's on Groom Road. If you come to Baker and you go to Walmart, it's right there. You hear me? But anyway, Park Ridge Elementary, we probably met like in '04. And man, we just probably at P or something. But we've been locked in ever since. We about 20 years plus, 22 years, something like that.
Nice, nice, nice. For sure. And then you also did mention that you have moved out to Atlanta. How was that jump and that transition for you?
It showed me I ain't need to leave home to get where I needed to be, bro. It was hell, bro. It was really hell for me. I moved in with one of my partners and it just kind of went left. But shout out to my daddy, bro. I be talking about it a lot at my shows. Like I'm big on at my concerts. I talk my way into the next songs. Like, we call it josing down here. Like we just be joking around. But man, my daddy could have been that daddy to not let me go. He could have took the keys to my truck. He could have done all type of stuff that would have stopped me from going. Cause like I said, I was on scholarship. I dropped out, dog. And that transition was crazy. It was my first real job. I was so stressed out. I learned how to roll weed in Atlanta. I used to just, I ain't never have to roll. I just pull up to the
Right,
session. I was that stressed out.
right.
I used to smoke blue optimos every day after work. And I was
Oh
a meter, I was
shit.
a meter reader. So I'm walking around reading people meters. But man, it was stressful, bro. But I'm happy I did it, bro, because I'm from a small city, like right outside of Baton Rouge, bro. And I really got to do that. I was 20 years old, 1994 Ranger, Atlanta Interstate. 85, 75. My truck only go 75. You hear me? So, it was beautiful looking back at it, bro. I swear I'm ready to tell my kids about that, dog.
Nice, nice,
So,
nice. That kind of leads into my next question: is what's something positive that you can take from Atlanta? What that you kind of came back and used that you took from Atlanta.
uh, just trusting in God, bro. Like for real, like
I like that. I like
real
that.
talk, like trusting, dog. Like I'm gonna tell you, I ain't never told this before, bro. This is I ain't never said this. I said I'll do it on Vlad or some one day. But I want to tell you what happened for me to even be able to go to Atlanta. It was strictly God, bro. And Daddy, I'm sorry if you ever see this, bro. I love you to death. I swear I was young and dumb. But look, we drove from Baker, Louisiana to Lawrenceville, Georgia. That's about 8.5 hours. But we did a round trip. He brought me to the interview and he brought me right back home after the interview. My system was dirty. And I went all the way down there to take a drug test. And back then I ain't know how to finesse no drug test. Like I ain't really even know that shit exists for real.
Right,
So
right.
I went in that bit. I was drinking my little detox stuff. And man, before I went, I said, God, if it's meant for me to come to Atlanta, help me pass this drug test. We on the map right now. This is live TV, live, whatever you want to call it. That lady really came in there, bro. I put this on my unborn son in my wife's stomach, bro. That lady came in there and said, I don't feel like doing all this today. Just sign your name right here. I ain't even have to pee, bro.
Wow.
Yo,
That's
shots out.
crazy.
Dog, look.
Yeah.
And when that happened, bro, I'm getting chills right now. It's that real, bro. Like, I'm just like, I'm ready to fail this test and have to explain this to my daddy later, dog. But I swear
Man,
that lady say, sign your name. I hope you ain't working there no more, because this might go viral. And you hear me? I ain't trying to get you fired. But that lady really did that, bro. Like, she didn't even know I just came from 8.5 hours, almost 9 hours, bro. She did that, and I was out there for 3.5 months. Yeah, bro. It was beautiful looking back at it, bro. It changed my life for real.
dang,
Yeah,
yeah. Hey, that's I'm
crazy,
getting
bro.
chills. I'm getting chills thinking about it, man.
I
Because I mean,
swear.
I'm pretty sure we all done been in that type of similar situation.
Uh,
But just for the travel that you took,
yeah,
and then I'm saying to say that prayer to God right before, and
yeah,
then to
right,
it
folk.
come right into fruition like
Yeah,
instantly, man. You just see how fast He worked, man. So now that gives us even more insight onto why you say that's what you took from the
yeah,
end. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure, definitely. Looks like we got another question from Keep It 1,000 in the chat. Shout South, Keep It 1,000. What's your motivation that keeps you pushing forward? Mm,
Uh, it's two things, bro. It's two things. Of course, it's my family, my wife, my mama, my kids, everybody. But I gave up on myself one time already, bro. We get one life out here. With baseball, I had enough talent and it wasn't about how good I was when I got injured. It was the progression. The progress I was making year after year. When I graduated high school, I don't know if y'all know much about baseball. I was topping out at 82 miles per hour on my fastball. In a couple months after my first college season, I was topping out at 87. 90
mm,
was next. 90, 91, 92 was next. You know what I'm saying? I was a lefty, so I just knew that if I wouldn't have gave up on myself, I feel like God love all us enough to if we putting in the work, even if it's something He don't want you doing, bro. If you put in the work and you stay the course, I just feel like He gonna give you what you asking for, bro. Even if it ain't in His will. And sometimes when it's like that, it ain't gonna end good, but that's what you want. You know what I'm saying?
right,
But
right.
yeah, dog, yeah, yeah. For sure.
Definitely, definitely. Nah, that's lit. So, man, Bag, I'm pretty sure the chat want to hear some more that they haven't tapped into. What else we got lined up?
All right, we got another one here from Joe Scott. This one is Money Calling. Tell us about this one.
So
Yeah.
Money Calling is an unreleased song. Uh, I did. I just somehow started doing at one of my shows, bro. My music gets so deep. I just needed some shit to, be able to switch the vibe up a little bit. And Money Calling, we did it live with a band. Well, with my band, and the crowd was just like, damn. So I just went on tour with my partner Marcel P. Black. Shout out to him. And we was in Columbus, Ohio. I rocked out, bro, and the dude who put the show together, he a producer too. And he was like, let me remake that beat for you. I told him it was a YouTube beat. He remade that beat, sent it back the next day. We recorded it, bro. We ain't dropped this yet, so y'all hearing it first.
Hey,
Hey, let's go, man. Y'all got the
man.
exclusive right here on the map. OTM, tap in. We got Joe Scott on the panel now. If y'all got any questions, please drop them in the chat. We do got one more quick question before we get into this song though, from Keep It 1,000, who is keeping it 1,000 with these questions. We appreciate you. It says, speaking on God, what's your favorite Bible verse?
All right. I just told my coworker this yesterday, bro. I swear. Right now, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through God, who strengthens me. But that's the one that was put on me. But I've been digging in that Bible. So I'm gonna have my adult favorite Bible verse. That's just the one that I grew up on and I'm still holding on to. Cause it's just I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But on this next when we run the interview back, I'm gonna have another one for you.
Hey,
I
here we
like
go.
that. I
Here
like
we go.
that.
Let's get into Money Calling from Joe Scott.
Let's do it.
Turn it up for me. But I'm steady. Yeah. Money calling, women falling, but I'm steady. It's done. Money calling, women falling, but I'm steady. It's done. It's done. Money calling, women falling, but I'm steady. What's that? Money calling. 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 I ain't really with it. All the talk. I got niggas with me really tryna out shit. I be trying to tell them chill like ice coffee. Slide on a beat like ice hockey. Lot of people try, but they can't stop it. I watch people let they pride burn bridges that they know that they gon' need in the end, but they can't cross it. Got a good heart, but you can't cross it. Now they be dipping they cup in the middle of the sea. Really, they be so salty. Couple people had the juice, had to say they lost. Got them waiting on a drip by the waterfalls. Gotta keep it on my hip, I'm just being cautious. These days is in the whip. If I need it on my hip, then I might as well stay home while I bought it. What's that? Money calling. 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 Hey, money calling. Look, tell me what it is. Tell me what you want from a nigga, for real. I been stacking bread by the loaf once I get up in the door. I might let everybody in. Only competition is the man in the mirror. Got a lot of haters, but they love me for real. Small city, big dreams, I get love where I live. Without the right team, you'll never win a shit. I seen the money make a nigga go drill. I seen the money make a nigga go kill. I seen the money make a nigga take himself out the game, cause without it, he ain't know how to live. I been leaning on God, cause without his guidance, you just might go off the deep end. I go as twice as hard for myself than I do for my job. On the way, I'ma win. What's that? Money calling. It's done. Money calling. It's done. Money calling. It's done. Money calling. What's that? Money calling. What's that? But I'm steady. What's that? Money calling. What's that? But I'm steady. Money calling. Women falling, but I'm steady. Money calling. Women falling, but I'm steady. Money calling. Women falling.
Hey, that is the unreleased track Money Calling from Joe Scott. Nigga. Go. Go on.
Yes.
Turn it up for me.
How y'all feel about that one? For sure. For real.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I already ran that back like 4 or 5 times. So
Pressure. That's pressure.
yeah,
That's pressure.
I've been on that since you sent it over. We've been listening to the hell out of that. I like that one a
100.
lot.
100.
What you think, Chad? What you think of Money Calling? So with that being unreleased, Are we expecting a new project coming up soon? Is that just a single, or what's
That's
coming
gonna
up?
be just a, that's gonna be just a single. I got a bad habit of doing albums, bro. Like, I got so much music out and I got so much stuff I be just pushing. I be able to not record for a long time and just really work. Cause my process now I write a lot. I write, then record. But I am working on the album for the winter of 2026. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. We definitely looking forward to that. My bad, I was on mute. But
I
going
good.
back to that money calling, man, definitely fire, definitely fire. Like you said earlier in the interview, man, it's just like your music is relatable, and what I really dig about the music, man, and it's not just relatable to a certain, I'm saying, a certain crowd. Like
Right.
you can really come full circle with it the way, I'm saying, the way that you present the music. The cadence is easy for people to catch on to,
Right.
man. Like I like it, bro. I like it. Like EB said, man. We running the songs back to back to back. Just not to get prepared for the interview, bro. Just when he sent over the music to me, I said, "Oh yeah, fire,
For sure.
fire."
Love.
You know
And
what I'm
what's
saying?
crazy, look, not to cut you off, I had a show when it was Saturday. They do this lit festival. Well, not lit festival. They do this festival called Scotland Saturdays. And they booked me for that. It was last minute too. It was crazy. But they end up booking me for that. And I love going out there, bro. In previous times I had enough time to get my crowd out there. But that last Saturday, it was straight old people sitting in their lunch chairs. When I say it was one of my best shows, dog, I was sweating so hard. And I say that to say how you say it's relatable. Like this is probably like a 40 to 70 age out there, bro.
Oh,
So, and the response I got after the performance, bro, it just was some reassurance. Like, man, anybody could listen to Joe Scott, dog.
facts. Yeah.
Exactly.
I just
Exactly.
want to take this quick second to point out that last week, J Mac, I was this close when our guest said the age range for the youth. Also, this week, I just miss being old. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Chill out. How you
I'm
is,
not.
brother?
I'm.
Man, tell me to chill out again, Joe. God
I was
damn,
right
man.
there. Right. I'm
Yo,
39.
stop
I'm
little
39.
shots,
I
man.
just.
Ah,
All right. What? Well, how's that a
You
shot? I was
take
just
a
happy for my. I was happy for me. They ain't got nothing to do with you. I was
how
just
you
happy
is,
that
J
I.
Mac?
man. I'm 40 plus. I'm in
You a
there.
bless. That's blessed, man. You blessed.
That's what I'm saying. Old as a gold. He knows I
I'm
feel that way.
30. I'm
Yeah.
30, bro. I
It
brought
just
my little
makes.
girl to the park I want to say about 2 weeks ago. And
Ah.
it was this other little bitty girl who was following us around. She said, Papa, can we go over there? I'm like, Papa. So I'm in there with y'all. You hear me?
Hey, hey, you in there with me? You in there with me?
Yeah.
Old is 40 plus.
Thanks,
I was.
thanks, thanks, thanks.
You know what I'm saying? He's throwing them rib shots, man.
Ah,
He's
We trying
throwing
to be where
shots.
you at. We trying to make
real
it where
talk.
you
That's
got
the
to. That's
goal,
it.
man. That's the
We try. Old
goal.
is a goal. I say that every week. It's just you have achieved the goal before me.
Thanks.
That's all I was saying.
Thanks.
Man, I'm
Real
gonna
talk.
embrace that. I'm gonna embrace that, man, because you feel me. I,
Yeah,
I am I am blessed to make old Unc stage or however you want to call it,
Yeah,
man.
hey, it's a blessing. Real talk.
absolutely,
Definitely,
absolutely. So is whatever's going on here.
Y'all funny.
All right, man. At this point, we do this with every guest. We have our quick five questions. It's the five we ask every guest, just some quick candid answer type questions, nothing crazy, just to get to know you a little better. So we're gonna get
Bet.
started with the quick five. Nigga. All right. Usually you wait till after the show. You're going crazy today. All right. All right. Question number one. What is one thing you must have with you on the road when you travel? Whether that be for shows or just when you on the road.
No Diddy. It's some tea called a throat coat. I gotta have my throat coats. Gotta have them.
That's fair. That's fair. I dig that.
For sure.
All right.
Sure.
Question two. Give us a hidden talent or some people may not know. We know about the music. We talked a little bit about the sports, but what's another thing that you're good at that we may not know about?
I can tell when people hating on me, and I can tell when they fake. It's one of my gifts, bro. Real talk.
I
And I'm never
like
wrong, even if it take years. I never forget when I try to tell somebody. So like that 4 year mark, I be like, I told you, huh?
Yeah, facts.
Real talk.
I feel that. I feel that a lot. I feel that one for
Real
sure.
talk.
have you ever experienced that with anybody close to you?
Yeah.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
was
that
in
that's how
denial.
you get good at it.
I was in denial with the first person, but he woke me up to be able to pay better attention to my people. You hear me? It's easy to point it out from a stranger,
Yeah.
but yeah, that smile, it be hard behind that smile for sure.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. That's big. That's probably one of the better ones that we got, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
I couldn't
That's
agree more.
For sure.
yeah.
Uh, Real quick before we get back into the quick five, I wanted to shout out Sneakerhead. He said we had a money calling playing. He said he's at work right now, and that set the tone. So he answered that call.
And
That's all
tell
good. Him
him
right on
follow me
time.
on Instagram. Tell him follow me on Instagram if you got Instagram. DM me because I do plan on doing a challenge for the working class people.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how I want to get this song rolling. We all gotta go get some money,
Hell
for
I
yeah.
sure.
feel that. I
Yeah,
feel
Hell
that.
yeah. And
That's
that's
what's
not
up.
just for sneakerhead, man. That's for all our 9 to 5s in here, man.
man.
Yeah.
Real
Even if
talk.
you're not
Anybody,
a nine, even
anybody.
if you're not a nine to
Anybody,
five,
bro.
Yeah,
Ain't
follow
you
nothing
Joe
answering
free
that.
out
Scott.
here.
You answering that call. Go ahead and tap in with Joe Scott. You see his Instagram scrolling down below right there.
For sure.
Go ahead and get with him. All right,
Yes,
back to
sir.
the quick five. Question number three. What are your go-to kicks? What you rocking on feet?
Man, I feel black toe ones. If it match, I'm wearing my black toe ones to every show. You know,
There you go.
I'm a Reebok man too, but my
Them
black toe
soldiers.
one, yeah, all kinds. I'm a big Burlington nigga, Marshalls Burlington.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
you
Hell yeah.
always, you always find some pressure Reeboks that ain't nobody got when you go there, bro. So I got a
Hey,
lot. I got a lot.
I don't know how that should be happening. You can find a couple J's too, like Ross or something
Man,
like
all you
that.
gotta do
It's
is go
wild.
look, bro. All you gotta do, you eat good, cause you gonna be stressed out looking through all that stuff. Eat good. Yeah, for
Right,
sure.
right.
Fact,
You find out the days that they coming in with that inventory too.
That's when
right,
you really locked in, for sure,
Yes,
for real.
sir.
right.
Yes,
Yeah,
Especially if you
sir.
got to worry about sizes and stuff. Because I have a rarer size, so it's harder to find mine. So when
yeah.
you can really get in there like Ross and Marshalls and find some kicks,
Man,
that's a
be
dub.
up,
That's a dub for sure.
real talk.
Real quick before the next question, are they still rocking soldiers down there? The Reebok?
Uh, not as much, not as much,
Okay,
not as much.
okay.
But you got your ones, like yeah, you got some niggas who'll still get fresh and throw them soldiers on, but not as much. They
It
came
might
out
be
with so much stuff.
that might
Yeah.
be that 40 to 70 range that's rocking the
Uh,
soldiers
You
still.
funny,
I
man.
just
Leave my dog alone, bro.
see how you on my top though? God
Stop the
damn.
violence. Stop the
what's
violence.
that? I'm there. That's it. That's the last one. Last one for today. Last one today. Not gonna do it no more today.
Straight up.
All right, fourth question. This is always one of our favorites. Give us three albums you playing straight through, no skips.
Joe Scott still manifesting. Uh, Drake, nothing was the same. And J. Cole Forest Hills Drive.
Ooh,
Let me tell you
Oh.
what's crazy though. I swear I did this bad too. I know this supposed to be quick questions, but I gotta inform y'all.
Nah, for
it's,
sure.
it's
Let's
your
get
world. Go
Look,
ahead.
Fredo, we went to J. Cole and Drake tour date in New Orleans. Drake and Fredo got a they cool, they got a relationship. So Drake partner Chubbs, who he be rapping about, Chubbs met us at the where we parked at, brought us in, gave us our backstage passes. Long story short, bro, I'm right across from Drake, bro. Like I could reach out and touch this nigga. The only reason I ain't say nothing to him, bro, and I regret it, dog. I should at least told him what nothing was the same did for me when it came out. Cause it came out like months before Crazy Trey got killed. That's what we was on. Before he got killed, that's what helped a nigga get through it. I ain't say nothing to this nigga only cause I know how I feel to be in that mode before a show. And I don't be really just feel like having no pointless conversations cause I'm really trying to get my set together in my head. So I ain't say nothing to that nigga, bro. I did that bad, dog.
Hey,
For
well, he's
real.
watching right now. He's gonna hear this because we know
Real
he's tapped
talk.
in. We
Get
know
with
he's
me,
tapped in
dog.
on the map.
I'll get
I'll let
with
him,
you.
Joe.
You hear me?
Thanks,
Facts.
man.
Nah,
All
that's
right,
dope.
man. Those are good answers. Those. I agree with all three of those.
Nah, for sure.
All right. Final question of the quick five is: what do you want your legacy to be? Or what do you want to be remembered for?
One of the realest to ever do it, bro. And real don't mean nothing no more. But I just want to kind of, still give off that energy of I can't really even compare myself to nobody, bro, because I these days people true colors come out every day, bro. So I just want to go out being solid, bro, and putting as many people in position to win as possible, bro. I want to be the nigga to kick the door down, you know, real talk.
Hey, I feel that.
Yeah.
Shout out to TZ in the chat. He said, "Joe, what's happening?
What's
Loving the
saying with it,
people."
teaser?
Yes, sir. We got another chat question from a sneakerhead Bolt. He says, "Have you got a chance to meet G Money or Boulevard Quick?"
I am the first person from Baker outside of G Money friends who had a G Money feature. My Crazy Trey and G Money on the album Still Manifesting, I got a song called Crazy Story. It's spelled with a K. And on that song, I tell a story about Crazy Trey and G Money beefing. G Money girlfriend was G Money cousin was my girlfriend. Crazy Trey then was beefing with G Money them. So on the last day of school, I was hanging with my girlfriend, but my whole clique coming to fight G Money, and all of them turned their back on me, went against me, cause it looked like I'm hanging with the ops, but I'm really chilling with my girlfriend,
Yeah.
dog. But yeah, man, we had a song. I think it was called "Tear the Club Down" or something. Back like in '08, bro. I was one of the first people to have a G Money feature, bro. Real talk.
That's a
That's
real like
lit.
Romeo and Juliet story right there, for real.
Real talk.
Man.
Yeah, we went to I met G Money in seventh grade. We went to middle school together. We was good friends, bro. For real. His mama still be hitting me up.
That's
Nice.
lit.
Yeah.
That's lit. Hell yeah. He said
Right.
that's hard.
And then we also have a brand new bonus question. We changed our bonus question for the week. Who's an artist that you'd like to see come onto On the Map and do the same interview thing? But the catch is you got to put in a good word for us.
Lady V.
Okay.
Lady V. I'm not even being biased. She the only artist with 3 Me. But man, Lady V, she probably one of the best R&B singers that you might hear, bro. Like
Okay.
she on Boosted album. I forgot what album it is, bro. Might be Bupac 2 or something like that. She on
Okay.
Boosted album, but Lady V, bro, she solid. And I'm gonna put in that word for y'all. I got y'all for
Yeah,
real.
appreciate that. We're gonna have to tap in for sure. I
Y'all gonna
appreciate
love her,
that.
dog, for real.
For sure.
I'm with it. What give us some other artists from around your way that we may not know about that people need to be put
Uh,
on to.
I say Lady V. Uh, they got this new group, bro. I got a lot of friends who rap, but I'm big on calling out that them ones. You hear me? But they got this new group. They call the Night Shift Crew. They two dudes, bro. They cold. They give me Outcast vibes, bro. Like
Oh, that's hard.
Dungeon Family vibes, bro. Like
Word.
they be rapping, playing the piano. The Night Shift Crew. It's too many, bro. And I suck at this, bro. The night shift crew for real. Yeah, night shift crew. I got a dude named Matt Page. He a real spitter. He could go. I'm gonna leave it at that, bro. 'Cause I don't want. It's too many, dog. But night shift
Yeah.
crew, Lady V for sure, for real, for
All
real.
right. Yeah,
And
we're gonna check them
shout
out.
out International Blueski for even this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for him. You heard me? So I just want to say shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the
Sure.
love, man. Real talk.
As
Big
I was
facts.
about to say the exact same thing. Yeah, for sure. Shout out Blueski because
Yeah,
we had the same conversation with him, and as you can tell, we're not just gonna hear what somebody say and push it off to the side. We're gonna go
real
listen.
talk.
All
Yeah,
right,
for
this is what
sure.
they said. Let's go check them out. And
100.
right
100.
here is facts, man. We really appreciate Blueski for doing that for us, man. That was
Real
that was the
talk.
shit.
Yeah,
That,
that's just that's something we big on too. You know, on the map, man, and the Underknown Network is just getting people's music and their stories out to people that may not have heard it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that comes through networking, like you said, like you just mentioned, man. We went from international blue ski, now we here with you, man. So that's what's big to me. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I like the push. I like the push.
yeah, man. And it's been cool because this is a way for us because it's been hard for us to resonate with some of the newer hip hop or some of the younger cats, that's coming up after us. But being able to search these out and have other artists that we've already had a rapport with that we think are super talented put us on to some other new shit. It's like I
yeah,
get to listen to new music every week, and it's the best shit in the world. Like it's
yeah.
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Where y'all at? What state? Where y'all at? State.
I'm in Iowa.
And I'm out in Cali in the Bay.
Okay, that's a bet. That's a bet. I've been out there before. I ain't never been to Iowa. I didn't been to the Bay though.
Hey,
Hmm.
you ain't missing much. Blueski was talking about coming out to record here because ain't shit happening out here.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, we definitely got to put it together. We
Shout out
got
Dallas,
Dallas.
Texas in the building.
Yeah,
Yes,
shout
sir.
out Dallas, man. That's where I want to move to one day.
Oh, nice, Texas.
We
So
got
so
Vegas in the chat. We got South Carolina in the chat. North
yeah.
Carolina.
Russia.
Yeah, we in here.
All right. We don't want to hold you too long, man. Before you get on out of here, let's give us a little bit about what you got coming up next. Whether it's performances, we know you got the album coming in the winter. Anything else
Uh
you working on?
Man, I got so much, bro. I got a book I'm working on called Failure is the Greatest Teacher. It's about
Mm.
my journey from ninth grade to moving back from Atlanta. Uh I'm working on a yeah, I ain't gonna even speak on that yet, but we
Ah,
got some we that book, Failure is the Greatest Teacher. I got a clothing brand called Break the Curse. Send me y'all address, bro. If I just send y'all a pair of socks, send me a PO box of y'all address so I could get both of y'all a pair of socks for sure.
right,
But
but
Yeah, for
we
sure.
we gonna send you something too. I have a brand too. It's in my bag of apparel, so we gonna send you something
that's the
too.
best. Say no more. Yeah. And, really that brand, I feel like that clothing brand could change my life outside of the music. I feel like the book could do the same thing. I got a lot of stuff that I'm interested in that I feel like could take me from putting on them hard ass steel toe boots, bro. So
Hey,
I got a lot going on, bro. I'm just trying to find a way. You hear me?
dig
Hell
that, man.
yeah. Hell
Dig
yeah.
that.
More eggs in the basket. More eggs in the
Facts. I ain't
basket.
lying, bro.
Big talk for sure, man. But yeah, man, if there's anything else that you want to promote, we got the IG going across the ticker at I am Joe Scott on IG. Um, yeah, this is the time, man. This your platform.
Hey man, to everybody listening, to EB, to J Mac, the music is one thing. If y'all ever get a chance or y'all see that I'm not too far where y'all from, come see it live. Cause I promise you, if you see it live, bro, it's a whole different experience. I take pride in it. Performing is a lost art, and I take it serious, bro. And I feel like that's what it's so many people who rap better than me. That's cool. But it's so many people, probably 90% of the United States can't perform better than me. And I feel like that's my bread and butter. I enjoy being in front of people. I enjoy entertaining. And you always gonna pull so much motivation or something from my live shows. So if y'all ever get the chance to see me live, that's the main thing that I really want to promote because that's where the money is too, you hear me? Real
Facts.
talk.
That's a fact. That's
Yeah.
a
Yeah, man.
fact.
I heard
That's
that.
a fact. Yeah, man. If you ever
Money
in the
counts.
Bay, man, or in California, bro, just let me know.
For
You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
for
You got
sure.
a you
I'll
got
be
an
coming to San
email.
Francisco every Blue Moon, so I ain't been in 2 years, so I'll
Yeah,
let you know
man.
for sure.
That's the hometown, man. That's where I'm from. So shit, I'll definitely be ready to go and see what you got going on out there, man. So
That's a
definitely keep me tapped in. For
100. It's
sure.
a dude in San Francisco. He in the Bay. His name Ian. Man, what is his name, bro? I think it's Ian Kelly. IANKELLEY. That nigga cold. We connected, but he in the Bay. That's somebody y'all need to tap in with.
Okay, for sure. And Kelly,
Yeah,
definitely.
I got
We're
you.
gonna go ahead and lock that in. But man, yeah, we definitely appreciate that. If y'all got any more quick questions for Joe before we let him get out of here, we got Fayette, Mississippi in the building.
Bro, I used to come to Fayette Day. Yeah, they know about that.
Okay.
Shout out Joe Who.
We locked in.
All right.
Okay. Man. Yeah, man.
Last follow-up questions. All right.
Man, my dog, bro. We appreciate you taking your time out today, bro, and hanging out with us, giving us some insight on you, talking about the music, life story. Super dope, man. We highly appreciate it,
bro. Thank y'all, man. Real talk.
For sure.
All right, so that's it for us this week. Catch next week. We'll have Coke Boombaye on the show, and we'll also be bringing back the On the Map reviews next week. So make sure y'all tap in with everything on the map, everything Underknown Network.
Man.
All right.
I put that B on the map. Yeah, holla at me, man.
Hey, there it is. Yo, you know what it is. From the unknown to the iconic, every name matters and every story counts. I am EB. That's J-Mac. Shout out to our guest, Joe Scott, in the building, man. This has been On the Map. I'll let y'all later.
100.
Peace.
I wanted to go out with music. My bad.
Let's do it. Throw that on real quick.
It's done.
You already know what it is.
Money, collar, women, follow, but I'm steady. It's done. It's done. Money, collar, women, follow, but I'm steady. What's that? Money, collar. 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 I ain't really weak. All the talk. I got niggas with me really tryna out shit. I be trying to tell them chill like ice coffee. Slide on a beat like ice hack. Lot of people try, but they can't stop it. I watch people let they pride burn pretty that they know that they gon' need in the end, but they can't cross it. Got a good heart, but you can't cross it. Now they be dipping they cup in the middle of the sea. Really, they be so salty. Couple people had the juice, take to say they lost. Got them waiting on a drip by the waterfalls. Gotta keep it on my hip, I'm just being cautious. These days is in the whip. If I need it on my hip, then I might as well stay home while I border. What's that? Money, 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 hey, money, look, tell me what it is. Tell me what you want from a nigga, for real. I been stacking bread by the loaf once I get up in the door. I might lay everybody in. Only competition is the man in the mill. Got a lot of haters, but they love me for real. Small city, big dreams, I get love where I live. Without the right team, you'll never win a shoe. I seen the money make a nigga go drill. I seen the money make a nigga go kill. I seen the money make a nigga take himself out the game, cause without it, he ain't know how to live. I been leaning on God, cause without his guidance, you just might go off the deep end. I go as twice as hard for myself than I do for my job. On the way, I'ma win. What's that? It's done. It's done. It's done. What's that? Money. What's that? But I'm calling it. What's that? Money.
Appreciate the love, y'all. This has been On the Map. That is Joe Scott. I am EB. That is J-Mac. We'll holler at y'all later on.
Peace.
Money,